What happened over here that hasn't happened over there? They're just so inaccurate. And this tank's just sitting over here having a good time. Just the ineptitude of the AI will stop the attacking force from winning. Hey, they're still engaged. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Deadly Spark and welcome back to another Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator video. Now today, I didn't really think of what to do, so I think I'm going to try and do something to involve the trenches on the new map with units that work with that fit the theming of the new map. So I think I'm gonna get into setting that up. I'll just for efficiency, because I think it might take a bit of time. I'm gonna speed through it, but we'll get stuck in once that's done. Okay, we're back. I think I've got the setup. Hopefully it's not too many of the attacking force, but I'm hoping this is more defensible than it seems. They've got tanks as well, so that's like a big thing. So we're gonna get stuck in. Hopefully it's interesting. I don't know how many times I've stopped and restarted at this point, but it is exceptionally frustrating that these tanks are still deciding to not play ball. Let's begin. Hopefully, let's push that for hopefully the last time. Yes. Yes, my pretty, shoot. This is looking interesting already. Look at them shoot. I tried to make these guys shoot at a high rate of fire, but it doesn't seem like they're allowed to. I set them at the same stats as these, and these guys are like. Hopefully strength in numbers will play a part, but it seems like it is not. It seems like more fire is going in than is being delivered. How fast are you shooting? Is that as fast as you're gonna shoot? Even with like the exact same stats? Even with the exact same stats as like the guys across? You're just gonna dunk, dunk. I guess some things don't change that easily. Look. I guess they fire in bursts like doo doo doo. Still not great. I made sure to put like less tanks on the like significantly a small amount of tanks on this side. But it doesn't seem like it's having a huge impact as of yet. I mean, it's kind of balanced, but there's definitely more fire coming into the group than is being delivered. You can see the layers. There's like waves coming from the right, and it's just scattered bullets coming from the left, which is unfortunate because they still got they still got this to get through. Imagine being in these trenches. I wouldn't be wanting to like leave them. Not at all. I would have done this the other way around, like had the Germans defending trenches and stuff if there were like German tanks. Like if the Tiger one was, you know, around. Why are barely any of these dying? There's like a whole bunch of dead ones over here. What happened over here that hasn't happened over there? And clearly something did. There are a lot of dead soldiers over here for no apparent reason. As compared to the rest, which seems like it's barely been touched yet. This might go for longer than I thought. Yeah, I thought this wasn't going to be balanced. I thought it was still going to be in the favor of the Germans more with more troops, but it's just not. Maybe I like nerfed them by making their stats the same because the gun doesn't translate. Which would be very frustrating if that was the case. You should be using this bunker. Oh. Apparently some were. How about that? I mean, there's still quite a few shots coming in. I guess because I nerfed their damage technically for their rate of fire. Even though I thought I was making them the same. Which kinda sucks, I guess. Here's the fire coming in. It's still... I guess it's still like anybody's game, but it looks like it's going to be the defending forces in more trouble than the attacking forces. But this is still... And this is still taking forever. At the rate of fire that this whole group here can fire with. They fire so much quicker than it seems like the others. Well, that's a tank shell. And we've got these guys over here. Just barely firing shots, it feels like. It's like lucky that all those bullets are flying over their heads, to be honest. But it seems like barely any shots are hitting, and that's why it's taking so long. Which is why they're just so inaccurate. I don't know what made them more accurate over here per se, but something did. Aim straight? I guess not. I guess maybe because it was like the ground was level. I mean, like, these guys haven't even been touched. These guys have barely been touched. And this tank's just sitting over here having a good time. But this is taking way longer than I thought it would. I thought this would already be over. It is clearly not. They just can't hit their targets. They're too inaccurate. Imagine if they had like 100% accuracy. That'd be a problem. Seems like, man, how many of the tanks been taken out, if any? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, there's 7 tanks left, so that means 3 have been taken out. That's pretty good, actually. If it goes at that rate, if they slowly get rid of those tanks, it could it could turn the tides. Like, this could be a lot closer than I initially expected it to be. I thought it was going to be strong on this side, but then this side looked like it was going to lose. But now, maybe I just should stick to my guns. I still think the defending side, after now seeing their rate of fire, I still think the defending side has the advantage, but you know, every group of soldiers they lose on this side means it becomes easier and easier for the attacking side. But again, they still gotta push into the shotguns in the trenches, which is why I made this force strong in the first place, because I thought that holdout, like, they wouldn't be able to shoot over a long distance. They'd actually have to get up close, and then the shotgunners get to shoot them, rather than being on a plain field and stuck with a problem. I feel like the tanks are a big reason why the defending side is actually still ahead, because I believe if there were no tanks, this wouldn't even be a contest, because when the tanks hit, they blast a bunch of units at once, even if they sometimes miss. Which they're actually doing quite a bit, by the looks of it. This raise is making it very difficult for both sides to land accurate shots. When it was like a group, then it's like a group of targets, they can hit them. I mean, none of these guys have been hit. I mean, there's barely any units that can hit them, except those ones over there, which is where they're shooting pretty much. I mean, these guys barely get to shoot anything. Over here though, like, these guys are out in the open. I mean, this guy's still alive because no one's shooting at him. But no one's really shooting over here either. The forces are not aiming at the most efficient spots. Let's put it that way. I think the defending force is catching up to the attack. Oh my god, I just saw a bunch of attacking numbers disappear. Why didn't I just do this? That looks so much better. Cinematic. I reckon this could have been made better. That's for sure. I don't even think we'll get to see the trenches in action, unfortunately, which sucks. I don't even know how many of these are actually hitting. The tanks are still a huge problem. Anytime they push too far, the tanks clean them up. And quite a few shots are coming this way, but okay. The accuracy isn't great. I'm not gonna lie to you, there's like they're not hitting that many shots. Look at that. Oh, how about that? They went down at the same time. Go on, get this guy. Get him. There he goes. But are they gonna be now like firing at the tanks? Yep. What about this guy? How long will he last? Oh, hit. Oh, there he goes. Every time I stand near people, they seem to die, so I'm gonna stand near them more. Come on, this guy. Right in front of me. Yep, there's another one. Oh, someone died there. There he goes. This guy's surprisingly not been hit much. Impressive. I think a lot of people are dying around the tank because they're shooting at the tank and missing. Oh, he died. Oh, this guy's all of a sudden being hit a lot. Come on, go for him. Oh, that's a problem. Yeah, there you go. Bye. How about these guys? This guy doesn't even look like he's taken a single bullet. His friend, however, he's just taking bullets that he's not. How have you not taken? There we go. They find they're targeting you now. Sorry, my friend, you hadn't taken a shot. You're gone now. Bye. Oh, the tank popped when I wasn't looking. How about that? They all shooting at just this tank now. Oh wait, they're pushing over the hill. No wonder. This side's like opened up. Look at that. So that means more shooting at this tank, which apparently... Oh, he's shooting back. Look at that. Oh, the tanks over here popped too. They're running out of tanks. There's 5 left. One hasn't been touched yet though. How's it looking? Interesting, interesting. This is coming down to the wire at this rate. I think the shotgun troops will make the difference. Though these some of these shotgunners get a bit of the action now. What are you doing? That was the dumbest soldier I've ever seen. I don't think they should be. Well, I guess focus firing on the tank's a good idea, but I don't know if that's their biggest threat at the moment. They're not even focusing on this side anymore at all. They're all pushing around over this way. It's their most successful side they're pushing through. But as soon as they get this, they're gonna push in, and then this tank's gonna just get free shots at them, if it's not already. Yep. Yeah, well, I think it just tried to shoot then. The soldiers are now starting to die a lot more. And this tank's just getting all the misses. So if they don't hit the troops, they hit the tank. Look at the enemy soldiers coming over the hill. Over the horizon, there's just a line of soldiers now. They weren't that far up the hill before, but a lot more have pushed over the hill, so a lot more shots are actually hitting. It could be the tide turning. This could be the tide turning, them pushing over that hill, and finally getting enough of their soldiers hitting more consistently, because the numbers are starting to make a difference now, I think. But in saying that, with more coming over the hill, more are also getting hit there, so I mean, I still can't call it. Like, well, is 5,000 enough? I don't know if 5,000's enough to beat the soldiers in the trenches. But there's not a huge amount. I mean, unless the soldiers are dumb, which they very much look dumb. I don't know. I mean, this tank is just barely taking hits and dishing out a bunch, so maybe just the ineptitude of the AI will stop the attacking force from winning. Oi, hey! We saw a tank pop. How about that? They weren't even aiming for the tank as compared to the units in front. Unless they were. Because now a bunch of soldiers are falling. Visibly. Unless it's just like the me effect. Every time I show up, a ton of units tend to die very quickly. Look at that. That wasn't happening before. What about if I go over here? Will people start just inexplicably be dropping dead? Oh yeah, there goes someone. Here goes more people. Here's someone. Yeah, people are just dropping dead now. This is, people are starting to drop dead. I don't know if it's me being close or not. I feel like it's just kind of a placebo effect happening to me. Like, every time I get close, I'm seeing people die a lot quicker. But look, those forces on the hill are starting to look intimidating. I mean, down at ground level here, it's that force over there that's doing the damage. Over there, you can barely even see them. There's like 2 guys. One of them just died. But I mean, what about down here? Have any died from here? No, but they can barely even see. There's definitely less of a focus to this side. They've got a bit of a defensive mound in front of them. What does it look like from this side? Oh my god, they got ranks. How did they get that tank over here? Oh no, they didn't. They just decided it's not worth it anymore. A couple are firing at the tank. That other tank's finally getting shots in though. That's gonna be the biggest problem, I think, is the tanks remaining. Because there's a bunch still around. I mean, what are these guys firing at? I mean, I don't know. I can't even see anything from here. Is that tank? The tanks maybe they're shooting at. Kind of interesting. Oh, look at them all dead. It's just the soldiers going down. Though the shotgunners are taking shots at the ones getting too close. Makes me nervous that the shotgunners are like, in like a way more OP than I'm gonna expect them to be because of their defensive holdout. But I mean, I guess that was the point, really. But oh, it's like 900 against 3,000. Look at that. The last few assault troopers are holding the line. There's still a bunch over here, but they're being ignored entirely. Only the tanks can shoot from here now, which is a huge advantage from them actually, that the tanks are just still firing while they're not even being focused. Which could be, again, another downfall of the attacking force, is that they're not being resourceful. Because the tanks, I can still see putting in huge chunks of damage into the attacking force. Look at the troops running into the trenches! Look at them! They're doing it! They're pushed into the trenches, but now they gotta face shotgun soldiers. This was, not the expected outcome, but I love it. And once, like, if they actually legitimately push into the trenches, they'll have cover from the tanks. There's still a game yet. There's still a game yet. Look at them all run in. I say the ones actually going into... Ooh. That's scary. All the shotguns going from both sides too. Okay, yeah, maybe. Ooh, Germans, I'm sorry. I was like hoping. I mean, I keep saying there's still a chance, but I don't think there's a chance anymore. They had 3,000 and their numbers are severely dropping now. And they're not attacking nearly as effectively. They're attacking all over the place. I mean, some are attacking here and are taking shots in. I mean, this is probably their best spot to be taking shots in, but they're exposed as fuck. And here they just gather up and line up for the slaughter. Now they just turned their back to the greater threat. They were actually doing a decent job when they were firing in this direction, and now they've decided to turn their back, and now they're becoming a body pile. But if maybe if they push in as one, I don't know. I'm hoping against hope, but they're falling apart very quickly now. Like they had the numbers advantage, it is gone. The units in the trenches are doing what they do best. Trench warfare and all that. Honestly though, until this point I couldn't call it. Until they started just running in and then going, I'm going to attack the guys that can see me the least instead of the guys that can see me the most. That's when this game became obvious who was going to win. But it was a constant teetering balance this whole fight until they got to the trenches. Which is unfortunate. But the trenches work. I guess that's why they did it. But the trenches work effectively as a defense in the game as well. I mean, the hills also played a big part in who won and who lost. Maybe if the Germans had the fire rate I wanted them to have, like these guys, it would have been a different story. But I guess we'll never know, unless we like retry. But you know, I don't want to do that. I'm happy with the results that we've gotten, because this fight was teetering on a knife's edge the whole way until we got to this critical point. And I feel like that's the first time in a while that I've made a fight that's felt like it could have gone any way for most of the fight. Whoa. Well, look at this guy. He found the perfect spot. Well, these guys did too. Look at him. Having fun? Who are you trying to shoot at? I don't think you're gonna pull off any shot, my friend. I don't think it's gonna work out. Oh, that guy had died. Guys, I think you're gonna win. All three of you. Yes, you're gonna win. Don't worry about it. I have faith. You're super soldiers, right? That's what I ordered. Super soldiers? You're not? You're not a super soldier? What about, are you a super soldier? No? You? Well then why the fuck are you still standing here? Ooh. Ouch. Well. Are you trying to say that you're gonna win? Cause I don't think so, my friend. I ordered super soldiers apparently to win this fight, but I mean, you showed up, so it's not good. What did you say to me? I don't even know what you're shooting at. Well, you're shooting at the trench? Just the trench? What about not the people in the trench? You don't have any like grand plan? Fuck this shit. You're mine. Come on. Dodge and weave. Dodge and weave. Can I do it? That was terrifying. God. There's one man army. Go, my friend. No, no, no. Run away. Run away. Oh, stop. Oh, fuck. That was kind of terrifying, but that was fun. uh, well, there was some assault troopers in the end that were ignored. Some tanks that had huge influence over the fight. Maybe, you know, if you were to do a battle similar to, like, maybe cut 4 tanks out of the equation. Seems like that was a thing. How close did you were getting hit a lot and then you weren't. I don't even think you took. Oh no, you did end up taking some shots. Interesting. Yeah, these soldiers really did a number. They held the line well. A few of them died, but they probably killed a few down here. Quite a few actually were dying when they were being shot at, but as soon as the priority switched here, and they started going for the least likely shots against. They only killed 3 with all the attacks they did this way, as compared to wiping out a whole line. I think if the AI was smart, they would have continued down this line of sight and taken them out until these guys couldn't shoot at them because they only had shotguns, and then shot down the line. Because I think you have line of sight almost all the way down. Yeah, you do. You have line of sight pretty much all the way down the end. All these could have been taken out easily, in theory. As compared to this little group. And then once they were done, they would have had to pull through here. And then they probably would have won anyway. But I'm still pretty happy with how this fight turned out. It was closer than I initially expected. Different outcome than what I expected, but that's because the custom unit I made that I thought would fire like these guys didn't, and actually kind of nerfed them. And I think if they weren't nerfed, it might have been a different fight as well. But this was significantly closer than I thought it would be. For nearly 4,000 against nearly 30,000, it ended up really close. And I think we'll leave it with that. If you like this video, feel free to give this video a like. If you enjoy this content and want to see more, feel free to subscribe. But for now, I'll leave you off with a nuke. Have a good one.